Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. This is Alex.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Washka.
This is episode, what, 67? Something like that?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, and it's been a week, I think, into our New Year's Day, year,
Yep.
month.
Has anything changed for you?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, my birthday is very soon.
Right.
I'm turning 50, and
Right.
things haven't changed much. I'm still single. I'm balding. I'm withering away with my dry bones, and I accomplished none of my goals. So, everything's going great for me, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I'm glad. Because if you said that you accomplished one of your goals already, I'd be like, pick something higher.
Actually, I did accomplish one of my goals.
Oh,
That's
pick
one
something bigger
one
then.
goals that we didn't talk about is remember I always write a 1 year letter to myself,
Righty.
and I actually read it last week, and looking back on it, I had a list of goals and I only accomplished one of them, I believe, which was take
that's
voice
good.
acting lessons.
Oh, yeah, you did it, didn't you?
Yeah, and then I also gave myself like 1/8 marks because we started podcast and try to make it more popular. And there was something else there too, so I gave myself another 1/8 mark. But
Okay.
I think it was something to do with streaming.
So my question is, why 1/8?
Because
Why such a delicate and hard number?
I was gonna give myself quarter marks, but then I was just like thinking about it. It's like it's not really fair to give myself a quarter of a mark when I didn't really accomplish the goal in a way.
How about a 0 and a 1?
Well, I want to give myself some credit for being able to hold on to
For
what
trying?
we have. Yeah. Like participation marks or something,
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, one of the goals that I managed to complete was taking voice acting lessons.
Right.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. That's my personal best. One goal. Usually it's 0. So, I gotta pat myself on the back. But as we move forward into a new era of me hitting a new decade of my age,
How are you coping with that?
it's funny because the episode of Friends where everyone turns 30. Oh, by the way, I'm turning 30 actually.
Yeah, and like what, next week I think?
No.
Was it the
Oh, actually, yeah. So yeah, next
Yeah.
week. Next week will be my birthday. And I was, the episode of Friends where everyone turns 30. That one always pops back in my mind because it's just like, dang, I didn't realize that at that time, but then now that we're older, Friends
Yeah.
is very relatable to us. Aside from some stuff like how they're able to live in New York and stuff like that, right? But
Right.
but other than that,
Uh-huh.
the stuff that they go through, the friendships and the bond that they have is something that's to be desired, especially around our age. So it's pretty cool how watching them grow up is like watching us grow up in a way too.
I suppose I have okay.
What do you mean? Like, what are you gonna say?
Nothing. I'm like, why? I mean, for me, like the only thing that ever made me feel that way was when my Digimon digivolved after like 3 months of raising it. But never from watching like other movie, no.
Okay,
Very
well,
rarely.
First off, if you're
Yeah.
raising a Digimon and after 3 months it digivolves, you're doing something wrong.
No. I'm taking care of it very, very. I'm not rushing it. I'm letting it spread its wing very slowly and very calmly.
That's why it's fading away and dies into Digi-Egg like the day after.
Hey, speak for yourself. How's your Digimon?
It's probably like deleted by now.
It's probably trying to delete itself.
People say you start slowing down in your 30s, but I don't think
think so.
I don't think I'm gonna start slowing down until like 30, starting around like 32, 33.
The question is, what do you mean by slowing down?
Like physically, I would start aching more. Like right now, I recover slower. That I agree with. But like things like my body aching more often and stuff like that, I think will hit me in 32, 33.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay, I mean, don't you like exercise often? Shouldn't that be
Once
like
in a while. I want to
less
get back
of an
into the
issue?
gym though. I do. But then like
Oh, we can't.
yeah, we can't though. I legit having a good excuse this time around because
Yeah.
of the situation, right? But
That's okay. You
No,
only
but
live
like
once,
if you
right?
think about when you were younger going to the gym, like you didn't really need to stretch and stuff. Like none of your bones or muscles were tight.
I always do though.
But now you kind of have to stretch more often. Like now everything's tighter. Now everything is more like, restrictive, more painful. Some of the stretches that you do, you can't really do as well anymore unless you keep practicing it. It's crazy. Absolute
Honestly,
madness.
I don't know. That's something that I can't really what you call it,
Relate to?
like understand. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've been able to do whatever I've been doing since I was younger. I've been able to do whatever. Like I still can't do what I can't do. I can do what I can do. Like just nothing. Like
Um,
I don't feel my body deteriorating it. Like no,
no.
yeah,
Okay, here's a good example. It's like when
yeah,
you hurt yourself at work, right? You slipped
yeah,
and fell on your back,
yeah.
and it took you a long time to recover.
No, it took me a week.
A week, right? But then
Yeah.
if you were younger, you wouldn't have felt the pain the next day. You would have been fine.
What do you mean? I felt on my back quite often since I was younger. It took me around a week to heal.
No, because that's because you're doing something to aggravate it even more. But I'm saying like it would have taken you a lot shorter to recover for sure. I
Maybe, but
guarantee you.
I didn't. How would I say this? Like I don't think of it that way. Like it doesn't feel that way to me, so it doesn't bother me.
Oh yeah, you'll know for sure when it's time. When your dry bones are
Eventually.
aching, you'll know.
So I'm like, yeah, maybe when that thing I'll cross that river when when that's there. For now, like who cares?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean for sure, for sure. And
do you want to know why you're balding?
hey man, I can rock the bald look. That I'll admit. I can rock it.
No, no.
I can. But I just need to be
You
able to
said it
grow a beard.
yourself.
I need to be able to
You-
grow a beard. But I can't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I can't grow a beard.
yeah. About that.
Very unfortunate. If I had
Yeah.
like why God? Why? If you're gonna make me bald, at least, bless me with a crazy Viking beard,
It's evolution. Come on.
So you're saying I'm evolving because I don't need hair on my head anymore?
More or less. Even I don't buy it.
Yeah. You're just trying to say the words but you couldn't. Like your body's holding you back.
Yeah, it's probably age.
But you know what's funny though is that
Hmm.
from 10 to 20
Hmm.
felt a lot longer than 20 to 30.
Of
Which
course.
yeah, it makes sense. But like it's like dang, I wonder how it's gonna be like when I'm going 30 to 40. Like would it be even shorter?
What do you mean shorter? It'll
Because
be
like
longer. Well, no, it'll be
no,
shorter.
yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be shorter. Like it felt short, right?
yeah,
So
of
going from
course.
30 to 40 would be even shorter, hey?
Well, because the amount of life you've lived to that point was just different, right?
Yeah, exactly.
From 10 to 20, that's half of your life. Of course, it
Hmm.
feels longer.
Yeah, yeah.
But then from 20 to 30, like a third of your life, you've passed through like 60% of it. Like, of course,
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah,
feel
right. And then
anything.
from 40 to 50 will be even shorter, and 50 to 60 will be even
Yeah,
shorter, and 60 to
yeah.
70 even shorter and shorter and shorter. And life is too
See,
short, is what they
see,
keep saying. Is that what it means when
see,
I say life is too short, Bosh?
see. I'm glad that the fact that you go like all the way to like 60 and whatever. I don't even think I can survive up till 35. So,
I don't know why you keep saying that. Why?
oh, you'll be surprised.
What if you live to 36? You're like, oh, I'm only going to live to 37.
No, 36 is usually that's because for me the whole time is 36 is the deadline.
For what?
Well, you'll know, or you won't. I'm
What
okay
do you
with that.
mean? Like, is that like expiry date? Like best before 2027?
No, no, no. It's expired on, not best before. My best before is like probably like what 13 or something.
This
That
is
was
no
my prime.
expired on. It's always best before.
Well, this one's well, welcome to the third world country, bro. It's when it start rotting. That's when we stop selling it.
Mine was best before 1990, 2 years before I was born.
On the good unborn.
So yeah, so that's
Mhm,
just like my 1/3 life crisis, I suppose you can call it that.
mhm. I'm glad you're feeling it. I hope you feel it for the rest of your life and lose more hair. Maybe at the one point you'll just stop caring about it.
I'm gonna have like Homer Simpson hair by the end of this year. You know what? Before I go
Yeah.
completely bald, I think I'm gonna dye my hair again. Probably to purple.
Yeah. What if that's the last thing you do, though?
Perfect. I mean, that's fine. I'm already balding. If I can dye it one more time to purple before it completely goes away, I'm fine with it.
The next time you take your like dye it back or like cut it off, you just don't grow back out.
Yeah, I wouldn't like after dyeing my hair purple. I wouldn't dye it again. I would probably cut it all off,
Hmm.
or just leave it grow out and then cut it. I don't know, but yeah, I
Hmm.
wouldn't re-dye my purple hair.
No way. Oh, I remember what I need to talk about. So I've heard that. So did you know that I've seen it lately that there are people that doesn't have an inner thought, like an inner monologue.
What do you mean by inner monologue, inner thought?
I thought so. Because I kind of like in my head, I got a feeling Alex doesn't have this either. Like, do you talk to yourself inside your head?
All the time, yeah.
Right? So
Well,
you have it, right?
no, actually, I don't. I
But
don't talk to myself. I imagine scenarios. So mine's different. Mine's like inner daydream, I suppose.
no, not like that. For example, like when you're reading something, right?
Oh, like you read in your mind? Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so so that's what I mean. Like that means you have the inner monologue.
Oh,
You
okay.
you
Yeah,
you can hear the voice in your thought,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people. Well, there are some people. Well, I don't know if it's a lot of people or some people that doesn't have that.
Oh, yeah. I heard about this. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, at the moment, I was thinking like, do Alec don't have this? I just want to make sure whether you have it or not. I want
Mm,
to ask you this.
but then
That's like,
it's
turns out you do. So
but it's the relation is because of how we learn, I believe, right? Like
was it? I don't know.
I forget why some people have it and some people don't, but I believe it's how we learn. Like I don't quite remember. I do remember like
Yeah.
vaguely reading it about something like this
Hmm.
or hearing about it somewhere. I just can't remember what's the relation.
Yeah.
And so
So it's how we learn, eh? So it wasn't something like hereditary or something, eh?
no. Okay, let me ask
It's just something. Yeah, yeah.
how do you learn? Like what's the best method of learning for you?
See, that's I don't know. I can't say that because for me, my best method of learning is actually doing it, hands on.
Yeah. So
That
okay.
that's like always the best. Like I can't do it. I can't just look at it. I can't just hear it. I can't just. I actually have to do it myself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like it's not visual. It's not auditory. Like it's an actual an experience building thing. Like
So you have to see it first and then do it.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm the same way. I would prefer to see it and then do it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it gives me confidence that like okay, oh, this is
That's the
how
thing.
this person did it, and then I can kind of replicate it
Because
to
that's the
my
thing.
best.
Like I agree with that. But then that you actually brought a really good point there. You said the confidence, right?
Yeah,
But that has nothing to do with the learning, right? That's more of a more what you call it. That's
self
more of your
assurance.
heart thing, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, kind of like our nature,
yeah.
but not your brain, right? Like
No, that's
your
that.
learning
Well,
capability.
but that's the best way we learn how to do it, right? If you were to read about it, like sure we'll get it, but we won't feel confident in that way, in
Like,
that
see, that's the thing.
learning.
Like for me, I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like because for me, the thing is like I don't know is I'm not feeling confident because I haven't get the approval of it being okay, or just because you know what I'm trying to say.
I think so.
Yeah, cause for me, like I learn well from you know watching and then doing it, right? But then that was because I'm doing it. What if there's a scenario where you can, like let's just say somebody was like teaching you something, but they don't test you in a sense, like like you don't put in a sense where there's a right or wrong kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like even if you're wrong, it's okay. Like it's not a big deal. If you're correct, great, kind of thing. And then they teach you via different kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because I got a feeling like both of ours, like our learning method, which trying it is because we're too used to being dictated what's okay or like right or wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like in school when we do tests, oh it's wrong, boop. So now when we're just giving like a vague instruction, we don't know whether it's right or wrong, right? Because we always had that guideline of a
Mm,
right or wrong thing, right?
yeah.
See, that's what I want to like, is that something is that because I don't think that has to do with learning capability, right? That's more of a what you call it, it's more of a readiness kind of thing, you know what I mean, like acceptance almost.
But isn't that part of it though? Like if you feel like you learned
Hmm.
something, you're confident in it. You're confident in that
I
knowledge that
don't
you
know,
gained.
I don't think that that's a very very accurate, so to speak, because for me I'm trying to separate what do you call it, the the external, if that makes sense. It's a simple, if you read it, can you gain the knowledge, or if you need to listen it, gain the knowledge, not without the confidence part, you know what I mean?
So even if you're not confident, you can still feel like you
That's the
learned it.
thing. The thing's like, yeah, because for me like that, like I would like, you know me. like when I was working, I keep asking you, right? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Right?
Yeah.
And you always says, yeah, I am. So the thing is, like, even without you saying that means I've been doing it right, right?
Yeah.
By just mouth instruction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't show me how to do it. They just told me, and I did it right.
However, you still
So does that
asked
mean,
me. You still asked me
yeah, but that,
asking me.
yeah, but that's the thing, right? Does that mean, but I did it right anyway, right? So does that mean I learn better just verbally? That's what I mean,
I see.
right? Interesting, right?
We have.
I like this
I'm
talk.
sure there's a way we can test this out, but I feel
Yeah,
like there's
yeah,
well, okay. First off, there's 4 ways of
mhm,
learning, I believe, right?
yeah.
There's the listening,
Listening,
the speaking.
speaking.
I think so, or is it?
Wait, I don't think speaking though.
No,
Shouldn't be
I
speaking.
I think there's 4
Yeah,
ways, but there's the
I know
hearing,
there's
like you hear,
visual.
hearing
Yeah, I
the
know visual,
instructions. Yeah,
auditory. Yeah,
visual
visual, auditory. I know that's two.
and reading. I think, right?
Yeah, reading, memorization or something
Yeah.
like that. Oh no, was it
Oh
something like
yeah.
that?
So yeah, there
Yeah,
is 4
reading.
ways. There
Yeah,
is 4 ways. Hearing it from someone,
yeah.
uh,
Watching someone.
watching someone is the best part of the visual.
Yeah,
And then doing it yourself.
yeah.
And then there's one more. There's gotta be. I think there's one more. I just forget what it was.
Mm.
Maybe it's you speaking. You're explaining. You're explaining.
Reciting it.
Was that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like reciting it. I don't know, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll figure it out
yeah,
later. There'll be a. This is a topic for another episode, I suppose.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is really like this is something I've been like interested to because like I don't know my best method of learning because when you said about the confidence thing, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, that's me too. But that's due to the confidence, right?
Mm,
Not the efficiency of the learning method. You know what I mean?
I see. But I
It's not
feel.
about the amount that we learn. Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is interesting.
But then, like it to
Yeah.
me, it's related because like if you understand it, then you're confident in that knowledge, and then you're like, okay, now I learned it. But then, like if you kind of sort of understand it,
Yeah.
that means you didn't really learn it, did you?
See that? No, that's the thing. We can't only think it is maybe kinda because we're not confident. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? The confidence part shouldn't be part of the thing because
Mm,
the confidence is more of like a personality almost.
mm,
Like because for me, even if I know like something, because me, even I know something like 99.9% true,
yeah.
when I was talking to someone, I might still be like, I think, like I would still be like wishy washy about it. Why? Because I'm just this kind of person. Like I'm just not sure of anything. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I don't think it's whether the amount of not like the learning method, but it's more of a personality thing, and that's I don't think that should be included in the experiment. Is what I think.
Interesting. Hmm.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to, I don't know, find a way to figure it all out later.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
You know, the fool's experiment.
But yeah, it's just it's a kind of like something that I just I observe from people, and then it makes me go like, I wonder why is that. You know,
Yeah. Um.
that's kind of like a habit I have too. Like I would just like sometimes do something, see people react, and depending on how they react, I'm like, I wonder why that's that. You know,
So
that's probably not a very good habit to have, but I do. I'm sorry.
but I do that to you all the time.
No, no, for you that's completely different. You're just an asshole. So, because the thing is like here's the thing. You know for a fact that I don't enjoy any of that interaction at all.
Yeah.
Like not even as a joke. Like you know that when you
Yeah.
keep doing it to me.
Yeah.
So what you're fishing out wasn't a reaction. It's a fight. That's what you're doing. It is because for me it's different. For me, like I would tell a joke and then I would like throw a curveball and see how they would react, right?
I
And they'd
see.
be like, "What the heck are you talking about?" And I'm like, yeah, that's right. You know, like, and then whatever. You know what I'm saying?
See,
That's the kind of curveball I throw. But like the stuff you do is just waiting to be stabbed in the back. That's no, it is. I'm serious. I'm not. It sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not. Like every time, you have no idea how hard it is. I want to just backhand you across the face. It's just,
here's the thing. When people are homophobic, aka
Mhm.
you,
Yeah.
when there's no reason to be homophobic, I, tend to become more troll to those
Oh,
people.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Whether I'm homophobic or not, I do not like being touched.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter by who.
Yeah. That's why I touch you all the time.
See, now you see what it is, right? Some people are uncomfortable doing something, and he keeps doing it. So we know that guy's a fucking asshole, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm clearly not like I'm uncomfortable doing it. I just keep doing it.
You know?
So now everybody who's listening can know that Alex is an asshole. It is. He's laughing it. I'm not laughing, by the way. I'm being serious
Now
right
here's the
now.
thing though. I only do this to people that I'm very, very, very comfortable with. I don't do it to
Yeah, well, I'm
everybody.
not. Well, I'm not. So that's the thing. I don't know. See, from what is this all? Probably people can be like, okay, so he's comfortable with it, and the other person isn't. So why is he just having fun by himself? Right? Like, what kind of fucking asshole is this dude? You know what I mean?
A super
That's
asshole.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and I'm
mean that's
glad you
why
get it.
we're still doing this thing because we're just two assholes stinking it up the place, you know.
Oh, also, I have an important announcement later at the end of this all. Just yeah.
Why does it
So
say it
yeah,
now?
huh?
Why does it say it now?
So it feels more final. Like it? Yeah, good. Keep it up, ass.
I already know what you're gonna say, but
What was it? I think it was a seminar or something about like kids growing up and whatnot.
mhm.
The biggest learning curve about socialization is at 3 years old to 4 years old. That
Mm,
was the first time when the kids usually go interact with like another one, be it like his like friend at school or like like kindergarten
yeah,
or like friend's parent and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's where they
Well, it's like the
allow
typical,
those kind of
like the
jokes and stuff in the house. You know what I mean?
it's like the typical Asian parents. I was like the tiger parents, tiger mom, tiger dad. Like they're very, how can I say, like
Scary.
scared. Yeah, it's like they expect,
The image is a fear.
yeah, they expect the kids to be almost like robots. So it's very hard
Yeah.
to not, how can I say, like when when your mom and dad is like going like, oh, how come my kids don't want to visit me, or how come my kids are acting like this? Well, you raised them to be that way, like this. You might not remember it, but they will remember it in their minds and their hearts. Like there's
Of course.
some form of
All the crap you do.
resentment,
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like it's
Spoken from experience.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's like they don't want kids; they want robots, and it's like we're humans, we're not receptive to that kind of environment. Just because they grew up in it doesn't mean we have to. So that is why I keep saying, like, we have to break these generational chains. Like this is maybe it was
Well, you
acceptable
do.
back in their home
Like, yeah.
country, but it's not
Well, I
acceptable
don't know. Like
here.
that's something that. Well, that's the thing, right? That's your vendetta. So I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just cheering you on. You do your best.
yeah.
But
Like I'm
for
sure,
me, like.
like if I grew up in China, where I was like, watching all the stuff of
Mhm,
how people are raised in that
mhm,
the Chinese environment, I'm sure I'll be completely fine with that style, right? But
mhm,
growing up here in Canada, where I see like different stuff through media, through the culture, and
mhm,
then have my parents be teaching me in a different way, there's a like a culture shock, culture clash. It
mhm,
doesn't work that way. You have to adapt to that environment where you are. You can't, you know,
mhm.
fight against that environment, so to speak.
Hmm.
That's how I see it. Like, yeah, you can incorporate some of it. That, like, don't get me wrong, incorporate the heritage, keep your culture alive, but also at the same time, don't clash with what your children are watching on TV and how they're growing up and the people they interact with, because it's going to create an identity crisis. You know,
Because for me, I don't know. I'm not a parent. I don't think I will be. But the thing is, like, especially when it's like a cross culture, like even when you're doing it on your own culture and whatever, people still fuck up. You know what I mean?
mm,
Let's just say you're still like, let's just say you're still back there.
yeah.
I don't remember where you're from, but but that's what I'm saying. Like, for example, like back then, whatever. Like, even if you were there, you probably would, still be what you are right now, and probably more bitter or whatever. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that even by then, like, it's people can still mess up raising their child, even without moving around.
Mm,
The thing is, like, for me, I don't know if I'm trying to defend them or whatever, but from my point of view, if I was raised a certain way by my parents, right?
yeah.
And then I go older and I especially go to like a different place, different country or whatever,
Yeah.
that I don't know very well how their environment is. I don't know will it be like a plus or a minus for my kid. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that.
I would have
It's
I would have a how this is like I would have a like for me I was raised this way and I turned this way and like this isn't too bad. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But
this isn't too bad. So I don't want my kid to be, hanging out with like some weird kids and become like a fucking, I don't know,
yeah,
something that
yeah, yeah,
weird crap. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if they're doing it just because of that. Like, I don't know, right? The thing is, like, parental stuff is always weird. I
it's
mean,
hard.
some people says that parental love is always a thing. Like, maybe it's just a miscommunicated love, maybe, or maybe there's no love to begin with. I don't know. So yeah, I can't speak for them. So.
No, so what I'm saying is it would be more like you having a kid and
Mhm.
then say go to Japan and then you raise your kid from when they're a baby there in Japan. So
Mhm.
now you have you're teaching from Indonesia, teaching from Canada, and you're trying to raise
Mhm.
that kid as an Indonesian Canadian. But he or she is growing up in a Japanese environment where the rules are quite different from us.
Mhm.
So there, now you have three cultures clashing with each other because all the rules
Mhm.
are different. That's what I mean.
Mhm.
From
So what do you think is the best outcome?
that, I don't
How would
know.
you do it?
That I don't know because I'm not a parent.
Well, you're going to be soon, right? Or whatever. You want four
What? How
kids,
can
so
I? Well, first I need a partner. I don't have a partner. I told you I'm single. Single as a
yeah.
freaking
Well,
Pringle.
you've been saying that you're gonna be practicing and whatever, right? So let's hear it out. Well, what do you think is a good idea?
Well, I
How
think
would you? Yeah.
the first one would have to be is communication and
Mhm.
keeping up with the culture,
Mhm.
like learning how to because like kids are very adaptable to their environment. So as an adults, we should be able to try to keep up with them, right? I know a lot of the time people are just like, oh, I don't know what's on the radio these days. Everything sounds the same. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, Ariana Grande. Ugh. But like, these are the stuff that your kids are listening to. Shouldn't you know what they're listening to? Shouldn't you know what they're watching?
So if you put it that way, isn't it easier to just not let them listen or watch?
I don't want to restrict anything like that because that's just dictatorship almost. You can't watch this. You can't see. Can't listen to this. All you do is stay
Mhm.
in your room and study. Is that what you want for your kid?
Well, I'm not saying that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's other things that you could do other than watch TV or radio, right? There's
Exactly,
also
right.
other way
But
to.
then like you
That's
can't
what I'm saying.
prevent
Like,
them. You can't stop them from watching that stuff.
well, you
Technology is
can.
growing
Sure, you can.
rapidly. People are using tablets in schools now,
Hmm.
right? That's part of the curriculum. It's not like a optional thing. It's literally all classrooms have tablets now. So whether you like it or not, they're going to be looking at the screen. And so I do believe there is a good balance, and it starts with the parents first, obviously, and you got to take the good and pass it on to the kids. I mean, obviously the kids are going to take some bad with you. That's just the way it is. Just how you were raised. But hopefully they take more good than bad,
Mm,
right? Like you know how you were raised. I don't know how you were raised, but you know how you were raised. And there's good moments and bad moments, and of course, you want your kids to have the good moments too. Like only the good moments, but your bad moments will come out sometimes because that's just
yeah,
ingrained
definitely.
in you.
For me, it's just that's the way it is. There will be more bad stuff. It's the thing is like I'm not talking about the good stuff like ever. Like I'm talking about like the bad stuff and how are you gonna handle it over because that will happen, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like you have a thought, like you're saying about the stuff about the parenting and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still curious, like how would you tackle it, right? Because there will be a bad time when the bad time do happen. Because you're talking kids like they're angels.
Not angels. Not
They,
angels. They're more.
yeah.
They're a lot smarter than you give them credit for.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
And that's the issue.
Why? Why is that an
Because they're
issue?
smart. Because they're very smart. Oh no,
They're
no,
so
you have no
sneaky.
idea.
They're so sneaky. I know. But
That's the thing. Like they're sneaky. Whatever rule you do, they will break it without you knowing. At least they think you don't know.
right. So okay. So
And that's the thing, right?
let me.
Because there are a lot of information that they should know that young. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
especially with the the explosion of technology and whatnot,
Yeah. Yeah.
information goes around like it's no one's business,
It does for sure. Yeah.
right? And that's the thing. Now, how are you gonna handle with that?
Like the dangers of internet.
Not just internet, like from word of mouth, from anything. You know what I'm saying now? Because it's it's messed up. That's all I'm gonna say.
It
Because
is.
it's hard. It's
But
very hard. Like that's the thing, right? Because you said like for some like what radio and TV and whatever information. Like it's how do I say this? It's a very because information is what how do I say this? Because I don't know how it is like the ideal way of raising a kid But for me, the best idea is that to have them learn things step by step, like why some things are okay when some things are not okay, right? And
So,
how would you do that without? What if they already have the whole information without before you get to that step? You know what I'm saying?
no, I don't
Like,
think
so they can't tell the
that's.
difference. You said it yourself. School, whatever, will have tablets, technology, and whatever, right?
But I need you. Okay, can you give me an
Yeah.
example of what you mean?
So, for example, mm, okay, let's talk about why drugs are bad,
Mm-hmm.
why sex is bad at a certain age, of course, like
Yeah,
young and whatever,
yeah,
blah
yeah.
blah. You know what I'm talking about,
Yes.
like those kind of stuff. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
those are like the two stuff probably really easy to find on the internet,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, for sure.
you, and that's the thing, right? Like how like because even the insane stuff is that I know a relative, like my relative of mine, like my cousin or whatever, like by the age of like what 6 or 7 on Facebook, for some reason they have like fucking porn and stuff on their page and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said that like, oh no, like some like I just click some links and get to well, yeah, no shit, you know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
means that's what I'm saying. Whether they meant to or not, whether they have the intelligence, like the knowledge or not, this happens like probably several years ago, like way back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not even now, not that was back then in a third world country. Remember that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
That's what I'm
believe.
saying. Now, with how technology is even more, well, everything is at the tip of your finger, like quite figuratively, and
Yeah. I.
like that's what I'm saying.
I know
Like now, this
people.
amount of information will get into the head of your kid, right?
Yeah.
Now, how do you filter those out and saying, "Oh yeah, you can't do this," but they'll be like, "But everybody's doing it." How that's how are you gonna? You know
So
what I'm saying?
the thing is, you can't just say you can't do this because it's bad. You got to say why it's
You
bad. You
And then
know.
your kid will go, "But why?"
Lean, but why?
Yeah, there was like, yeah, why? Like it was just like, why is it bad, right?
No, no. So what I mean is like,
And then
okay,
yeah,
let me take
and you'll
a
explain
like
why,
a.
and then they'll say, "Go why again?" And then they'll
They
keep
won't
going,
do
"Why?"
that. You know they won't do that. You're
Oh,
just being silly.
bro, kids are smart.
Kids are
Remember that.
smart, right? But the
And
but
they're
the
also
the
assholes.
situation the situation you're
Just so
explaining, the
weird.
situation you're
Yeah.
explaining is a sitcom. He's like, why, and then why?
Why?
Like this is the stuff that I do to
Why?
you at work to annoy you. Like
Yeah,
you
and
know.
I'm fucking glad that you know that you're a child.
So okay, here's the thing. So I'll use a very lighter example. It's like if a
Mhm,
kid broke your flower vase or something, right?
mhm.
And what would your initial reaction be? Like,
I'd
how
be
would
all
you,
right.
discipline the
Did you
child?
get hurt? Like I'd be like, did you get hurt?
Yeah,
Well, that's the first thing first. I don't give a shit about the flower. Like it's probably not
exactly,
even mine.
exactly. Some people would just be like, "Why are you running around? You broke the flower vase and da da da," and that
Do you
scares the
want to know why?
child and prevents them
Well,
from speaking out, right?
from I don't know about speaking out, but it'll definitely prevent them from running around and smashing their head next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then now you're kind of
A
like,
lot of
okay,
people. That's the thing. A lot of people get hyped up. Like why are you running around hitting stuff? It's not about the stuff. They are worried about the kid. Their adrenaline kicked up. They heard something loud happen, and they just heard their kid running
oh
off
no,
somewhere. You know what I mean?
no, no, no,
Oh, you.
no, no,
Oh, I know some people that's like that. I do know.
no. See,
They panicked. They were scared for the kid. Like, why would you see? You're running around, and then there's this shit around. What if you step on it? Like, like those kind of stuff. It does come out.
it does,
Some people are
but
like that.
you have to say it in a way where you want to communicate that feeling to the kid, not the idea that you're trying to make that kid scared of you, but you just gotta make them understand that
They're
that's
they're
dangerous.
not trying to make the kid scared of them. They are more scared than the kid. Trust me when I say this. When you have a kid, you saw them running and then a huge something crash happens and then you don't hear their voice. Trust me, you will be running for your life, checking them out.
I didn't say I wasn't going to. I'm not saying,
That's
but
what
I
I'm
want to be
saying.
like,
You won't be calm. You won't be calm. Trust me when I say
no,
this.
no. But like, for example, my example, right? I'm not gonna be, why are you running around? Why you break that flower vase? I wouldn't say that. I for sure wouldn't say something like that.
What would you say then?
I'm like, well, first off, like, oh my god, are you okay? Like, did you hurt yourself or anything? And then, okay, do you know why I don't want you running around? Is because you broke the flower vase and now there's glass everywhere.
Before you
And
do
if you
that, your
step
wife
on
would
it,
be screaming at your kid, by the way.
well, hopefully, whoever my wife is more calm than I. No, probably whoever I marry will probably be similar personality to me. To be quite honest,
I highly doubt it.
You think I'm gonna marry someone who's like a hood rat who's gonna be like all crazy and shit?
I would say, yeah.
I would love for that to happen, but I doubt it would happen. Because the more you yell at the kid, it kind of damaged the relationship a little bit in that fact that now the kid doesn't want to say anything because they know that you're gonna yell at them. But if you're able to calmly say stuff to them, think like, okay, so if I get in trouble, I'm not gonna get yelled at, and it's not gonna be too damaging. I mean, like too angry. So therefore,
I'm,
if I want to
I'm
say
just
something, I can tell tell my parents, and they'll be more relaxed about it.
I'm just gonna hope. I'm just gonna hope that your kid is actually as nice as you know.
Oh no, that's what I'm afraid of. What if this
That's what I'm saying,
method?
because I hope that your kid's not a brat.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I
Like
hope
I'm
that your
also
kid is
scared.
not someone who breaks property just because.
Yeah, I'm scared because
Because
there are
here's the
kids
thing,
like that.
because what I'm hearing right now is that you're, what do you call it? You're giving candy without the whip. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need a whip.
See, there you go.
What, you want to smack your kid? You want to hit him with a stick?
Have you heard of the analogy candy and whip?
No, but it sounds like you want to hit them with a stick.
It's not about the stick.
There's no punishment.
It's about a reward and punishment.
There is no punishment. There shouldn't be a reward or
You
punishment.
do not want your kid to be a spoiled brat.
I mean, obviously, if they're gonna be those consequences if they choose to cross that line, but like,
Like
obviously,
what? What's the line? They
you know,
run around, broke a vase, and you just let them go. What do they need to break next that'll get them in trouble? How do they know that's the line?
wow. So you're saying if they broke a vase, you're gonna make them work in the coal mines to pay it off?
Oh no, I'm gonna throw them off a cliff.
Oh,
Is that a
okay.
better answer? No, I'm asking you first. Like, how are you gonna, like,
So
don't
there you have
change
it,
the
folks.
fucking thing.
Bashi's gonna throw his kid off the cliff.
Yeah, that's why I don't have one. So that's why I'm asking you, right? Because the whole talk, you're remember, I've been saying this too. I always think Alec is a very optimistic, flower bouquet on his head. That's the thing. You don't want your kid to be spoiled, but then at the same time, you don't want to discipline them. Then how are you gonna deal with it?
What do you mean? I can't force them to pay me back. They're just
It's
kids.
not about the paying.
I already
It's not about
disciplined
the
them. I already
materialistic
said,
thing.
don't do that because you're gonna get hurt yourself. That's what it is. You talk to them
So
like
if so,
adults.
the thing is, like, if they don't hurt themselves, it's okay to destroy things.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say, hey, as long as you don't hurt
They,
yourself, go ahead and
mm,
run around and destroy
yeah, yeah,
things.
but that's the implication. You said, "Oh, don't do that, or they get hurt." So if as long as they don't get hurt, anything goes.
See, now you're thinking,
Don't underestimate kid. You said it
no,
yourself.
no, no. I said
Kids
kids are
are smart.
smart, but kids
Underestimate.
don't think like that. Only adults like you do because you're a nasty bitch. That's why.
Well, there you go. I know. Then I'm raising my right hand right now, my left hand on my heart. I hope your kid's not a brat. I
No,
really do.
that's also my fear too. Like maybe, as you said, like
And
maybe
how,
I'm being too
if it
nice
is, then
about
what are
it.
you gonna do? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But
Because I know that you want to love them, show them care, enlighten them to the world. Oh yeah, every parent wants that. Well, most. Some parents are
but
assholes, but
the thing is,
what
like,
I'm saying.
but even if a kid grow up in a loving, perfect environment, they still will maybe find a way to lash out, and we don't know what that cause might be. Behavioral disorder, So it's really hard to say. But
Because for me, yeah, a kid that grows without discipline is a bigger problem than those. Like, I think a spoiled brat is a bigger problem than over discipline. You know what I mean?
right. But I didn't say there wouldn't be any discipline. Like for example, if they're
Oh,
bullying a kid in school, of course.
yeah. How are you gonna do it? How are you gonna deal with it?
Well, you gotta do the typical shit, right? Like lock them in the room, take away their shit, make them understand that's not okay, make them apologize to the kid, make them do more chore work. I don't know, like some kind of punishment, like going to jail essentially, but not to that extreme.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now that being said,
But
I'm not a
then,
parent.
whatever is the thing. But I don't know. But here's the thing with that, like, the bullying part. Bullying is bad. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
But but what if your kid wasn't, in his head, he wasn't bullying this kid. It's just his way of joking and whatnot. But the other kid just went. So like this, the kid meant no harm. Let's just say it that way.
Okay. Oh,
But
so
then he still
let's.
caused harm, right?
Okay. Okay. So then I'll be like,
Yeah.
some people are, yeah, some people have different styles of humor,
Mhm.
and some people take offense to what you might say to them. So you have to
Especially
be,
nowadays.
yeah, nowadays. So you can't expect everyone to get your style of humor. You know, you don't have to be an ass to be funny. That's something that I learned in my life too. Is that you don't have to be an ass to be funny. You can be
Yeah,
funny,
well, don't stop being an ass then.
but I don't do that stuff to.
You're not funny.
I don't do that stuff to make you laugh, Bosh. You know that I don't do that stuff to make you laugh. But anyways,
So you do that for what then?
for my own amusement, I'm not making you laugh. I'm making myself laugh.
An asshole.
Yeah.
I hope your kid's a brat. I hope you have hard time disciplining your kid so bad, just fucking buy milk and never come back.
Okay, but as I said, like I'm not a parent. I don't know the proper ways to raise a child,
Glad you're not.
right? But of course, when that time comes, then I can just read about it or learn about it. But until then, this is all speculation and nonsense theory, and who I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. All right, maybe I have to do something else to properly raise a child, right?
Well, yeah, definitely.
How would you do? What would you do in that situation?
I won't have a kid, so.
Oh, okay. You're gonna get a
Because the thing
vasectomy?
is, like, for me, if I do have a kid, I have to, like, I'm gonna do it like the way my parent did. Because the thing is, like, I like me. I like how the me that grew up from their teaching.
What if your kid doesn't want to be like you?
Well, too bad for him. Pick a better parent next time. Better
See.
gotcha next time. You know what I mean? What can I say?
Okay.
Here's the thing. Out of everything that I know of, excuse me for a second. Where was I? See, that's the thing. Like for me, I only know me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how do I say this? And I like the way I am. I believe that I have, like I'm pretty social. I'm well liked by people.
Yeah.
And I took my job seriously to a certain extent, sometimes a bit too serious.
Sure.
But like those kind of like just basic, at least as a basic human being, my my foundations are good. I graduated from school. I get work, whatever dirty work I'm working. I managed to make friends and whatever. The basic things is working, and I happen to like myself, and I think that's a win. And the only way I know how to make myself, you know what I'm saying, is through what my parent taught me, right?
Yeah.
So either I, do a gacha and leave the kid to its own accord and just do whatever it does, and I don't know, right? That's what I'm saying. So either I try to build the foundation through the way my parents did it, and hopefully it turns to something like close to, I don't know, a person that could love themselves, then great. You know what I mean?
But what if they're like the complete opposite of you? Antisocial, don't want to interact with nobody. It's just like
I'm antisocial. Are you crazy?
you're not antisocial.
I don't want to talk to anybody.
But you do.
But I do
that's
the
not,
basic. That's the thing.
That's not being
basic.
Antisocial. That's just you being introverted. There's a difference.
What's the difference?
The antisocial part is like they never want to talk to nobody ever, and they just stay in their room.
Yeah, what the hell do you think I'm doing?
Yeah, but you still go out and stuff. Antisocial, they don't want to.
Where do I go out to?
Dude, you fucking went out to watch the movie that should not be named.
Hey, who forced me?
I didn't force you.
Who bought the
Did I
ticket
drag you out on a leash?
asking me out? You bought the ticket without asking You always do this shit.
Yeah, but you didn't have to show
You always
up.
try to leash me up and do. You always do. That's the thing. Like what I'm saying. Like
you didn't have to show up. I didn't force you. I was ready to refund that ticket.
Don't ever buy me the ticket then. Like ever. Then stop doing that. Stop forcing your shit on me.
No, I don't. I literally asked you, and you're like, "Okay, sure."
Well, okay. From next time, we'll stop doing this.
Bosh, okay? See, this is why it's you're so annoying. Because you keep making up these stories. You say I make up stories. You were the one making up stories.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
Thank you.
From now on, let's stop doing that. Okay. I agree every time. All this part, everything Alex said is true, and I make shit up. But from this point on, we stop doing this. Okay? Is that better? Am I being an adult now? Because this is how I'm gonna treat my child. Okay? Because most of the thing is like that's the thing. Like I don't want to talk. I don't want to go out. Like, but if I go out, I could still talk to people. I still communicate.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like
people laugh. That's what I'm saying. I can. Doesn't mean I want to.
No, but what if
I only do it out of necessity? That's the thing.
Okay, no, but what I'm saying is like, what if you're like, hey, go say hi to this person, be nice, and she's like,
I wouldn't say that. If they want to do it, they'll do it on their own. Like, what would I make them do anything?
Okay, interesting.
If they want to say hi and don't know, like, do you want to say hi? I would ask that. If she's like, yeah, okay, let's go then. I'll go with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I won't force them to do whatever they
Mm.
want to do something. I'll help them. That's my stance in anything in general.
So if they didn't want to do anything but lay in bed all day,
Lay in bed till you're out, yeah. And when you graduate high school, peace out, rot outside.
no, whatever, they don't even bother going to school. Like, I don't feel like going to school anymore, Dad.
Well, that's fine. Your responsibilities until you're an adult. When you're an adult, you feed yourself.
Interesting. What if she never wants to leave the room? Like, as soon as she's 18, she's like, okay, thanks, Dad, for all your help, and I'm gonna lay in my room for the rest of my life.
Cool. I don't know whose room it is, but you best of luck with that.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
It's just gonna be another homeless in the city.
You truly do love your kids, Bosh. I can feel the love.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. That's the thing. Like this is my way of thinking. You want to live, you feed yourself. You have to find the power to be able to provide for yourself. Doesn't matter how small it is, you have to do something. Because I will die before you do. And if I die before you can feed yourself, you will die hungry. And that's stupid.
Interesting.
So unless you could live with your own power, then well, I failed you as a parent, right? Simple as that.
I feel like our kids, whoever they may be, are gonna be like the most normal people ever.
Yeah. That's the goal. I don't
know.
want a people who's like so special that no. Just want normal people.
Just normal. Yeah.
Part of the society, they just can do whatever. That's all I want them to be.
Yeah.
I just want them to be, again, I told you, right? They have two goals. Like they have two things that they have to do. One, be happier than me. Second, die after me. That's all there is to it.
Oh, what if she's like depressed and like doesn't want to live?
Like me. Well, I'm still here. So
Yeah, but you're not depressed.
you don't know that.
I
You're
feel
clearly
like
not helping me. You're clearly not helping me on that part, just so you know.
I feel like if you were, you wouldn't be here anymore. If that makes sense.
If I can be honest, the only reason why I'm still here is because of my family.
See, when you say stuff like that, it makes you wonder.
So, am I not depressed? You wonder, right?
It makes me wonder. I
What
don't
makes you
think you are though.
question?
A lot. See, that's the thing. It's like a lot of people, especially at our age, always say like, "Oh, I have anxiety," or "I'm depressed."
I don't have
or
anxiety. I
something.
won't say I'm depressed either. But that's the thing. The reason I'm still alive right now is that I have to provide for my mother and my sisters.
Right.
The moment I don't have to do that, I have to find a new goal in life,
Yeah. See, that's
whatever
different.
it is.
That's
And that's the
different.
thing. There may be none at all, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
but your will to live on still remains.
I would say so, yeah.
Yes.
Maybe. Depending how much worth I have, like I see in my life, right? If there's not much to life and I'm just like, living is just shittier, nothing that binds me to keep me moving, why bother living? Like, it's not that hard of a choice to make. Like,
Right. No, but what I'm saying is a lot of people say that they are depressed or have anxiety and stuff, but I sometimes question it. I'm just like, are you just saying that because it's something
you
that
want the attention
Yeah,
or
exactly.
is it something more, well, I don't know, right?
Cuz
It's hard to tell.
yeah, I like don't get me wrong, I'm not negating anyone who does suffer from depression or
A
anxiety
lot
or
of
any of
people
these.
do say that crap just because they want attention and they want, they do. There's a lot of people like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Not trying to discredit whoever actually has them,
Yeah, yeah.
because that's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing that really messed up your mind and just it's not
Yeah. But it seems like from the way people describe it, it sounds more mentally exhausting and challenging.
Oh, it is.
Right?
Probably it's a very very a repressive, a very, what you call it? It's a very restricting. It's a very heavy. I don't think you would say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like you
You're
wouldn't
actually
be like,
depressed. You won't say it
yeah, yeah.
because it was just yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So when people are just like, "Oh yeah, I have anxiety," it's like,
Mhm.
"Do you?"
There you go.
Like, like, really?
For me, anxiety is the one thing that I don't have. I don't have anxiety very much, unless that one time though I have an attack. I don't know why even that happened. I have no idea. That
Wait, when
was
was
like
that?
I was in this there was like a certain, there was like what, 8 years ago or something like that. There was like this, oh, was it 8 years ago? Yeah, something like that. There was like this like gathering kind of thing. There was this room full of people. I just couldn't breathe and I just like panic and I just fucking bolt out and it's like I can't. I was just scared for my life. I don't know why. It was just I can't like I was felt very like I just don't I can't I don't even know how to express it. I just can't be there. I
But
have to leave.
but was that anxiety or is that just a panic attack?
I don't know if it's a panic. Nothing is like, nothing is like threatening me. Everybody was just like there, and like
Oh no
most
no.
people wasn't looking at me, and I was
Yeah,
just like,
but to
I just felt
separate.
like I just I can't like. I'm like,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, shit. Oh
but
no, I can't be here. I can't be here. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go.
yeah, but when you have a panic attack, it's not because you're being threatened or anything. It's just
Maybe it's a
something in your
panic attack.
mind
I don't.
triggered that like an attack is what you say.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't
Maybe it
have to
is.
be, some people are just like in their rooms and all of a sudden they're just like, oh shit, like that's a panic attack.
Yeah,
Like
but
this
I
is,
never had that before, and it was a very unpleasant
oh
feeling.
yeah.
Like,
So I don't know what, I guess anxiety would be like that, but like constant. I guess panic attacks are
well,
just like once.
I hope.
I don't know. Oh, well, you haven't
I don't
experienced anything since then, right? So
know.
I never experienced any of these things, so I cannot relate to it, and I don't know what it feels like. And
I'm happy you don't.
for now, like maybe later I'll have a panic attack or anxiety attack. I don't know. Things. See, for me, I truly believe that everyone has a mental health issue,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like we either repress it or don't talk about it, or we're just unaware of it. But I do believe that going to therapy, especially now,
Mm-hmm.
is a good idea. Because back then when people thought about therapy or seeing a psychiatrist or anything like that, there's like, oh, he's a loony bin. He's a crazy guy. But I think now we're starting to see like everyone is going through some kind of mental anguish, and they just need to solve that problem before they're able to, I can say, like, grow as a better person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like we are just rambling about our thoughts
Mm-hmm.
about nothing.
Is that what we are?
Yeah, that is. But we don't have. Oh, I don't have enough information on these things, so I can't. I don't know why I'm talking like I know about this stuff. I don't. I really don't know any of this stuff.
Oh, we are talking about like our feeling regarding a certain thing, right?
Yeah, I suppose. I wish we had someone like we can talk to about these things, like
Well,
what it felt.
feel free to find. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's listening and is going through some stuff like anxiety or depressions or anything like that. Let us know and tell us like how that felt. I'm just curious. Like, what is the story? I want to understand it more.
I wouldn't,
What do you
because
mean?
I don't know, because like if you ask them about that, I got a feeling it'll trigger their whatever it is that like hurt them, right?
Well, they would only share if they're comfortable with sharing it, right? So
Yeah, and I'd rather not, because if you want to, by all means, you do it. For me, I don't want to bear another. Because for me, I can't just listen and just forget about it. Like it's something that'll like bug me for the
oh,
rest of my
really?
life.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately, when I see like people in that kind of situation, makes you go like, wonder if there's anything I can do to help, and that's a shitty feeling that I don't wanna.
See,
I have.
you are a person that wants to help, and you just refuse to acknowledge it.
Yeah, and I don't want to do it. That's the thing, because
Okay.
I can't help to do it, and I'd rather not doing it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So if anyone is going through some tough times and such, let us know
Yeah.
so Bashka can find a way to help you. Okay.
Mhm. Just email us at Odyssey at what was that?
Gmail.com
Right.
or Bashka T _, Shadowbreaker XXX 604 at yahoo.ca. That's
Yeah.
Bashka's private email. You go ahead.
Private email. Yeah.
Go ahead and email that person so he can. Actually, don't. Obviously, I'm joking. That's not his real
I don't
email.
know if that's someone's email
Yeah,
actually.
I was just like thinking, like, will people understand that I'm joking? Okay, so I'm just gonna straight up say it. That's Bashka's fake email. Do not email that person.
So how do I say this? Remember the part that like I told you that you have like a weird a pitch or whatever.
Yeah,
Like it's like
that's
that's the
why.
thing.
That's
Like
why.
today you said to me that, oh yeah, you know that I'm joking. I make it obvious like when I'm lying, right? I'm like, no, not really. Like a lot of people probably don't get it that you're lying. It's because your your expression is just not very,
But
you know.
you understand when I'm lying though. You know when I'm bullshitting you.
Oh, what do you think? Alex, whatever you said, I never believe for 1 second,
Interesting.
be it the truth or not. I was just like, okay, it's another bullshit. Oh, it's another bullshit. Oh, wait, that was actually real? I would go like that. But most of the times, I would just say it's bullshit. Bullshit. Whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, that's whatever it is. Whatever info you give me, bullshit, 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 bullshit.
Interesting.
Oh. hold up, oh, that's real. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, bullshit, 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 bullshit. Like that's the way. For other people, they don't just assume the first person that people talk to just bullshitter. You know what I mean?
See?
So when you start saying bullshitting, they'll be like, "Oh, really? Oh my god, Boschka was that kind of person?" And then they just start going around and be like, "Huh." That's just an example. I
Yeah.
don't think Alex
So it's
spread. I
because
guess Alex did already, so never mind. He is an asshole.
yeah.
So,
So but it's because you told me that made me realize like I need a
oh, because nobody bought your your Hill problem.
what hill for, oh yeah, whatever. I know it sounds like a
Because I told
bullshit
you,
excuse. Even
because
even
yeah,
me,
Alex is the boy that cried wolf. So
yeah. But the thing is, like, whatever, man.
yeah.
If you need me to FaceTime you and like show you that I can't get out of the freaking snow,
Oh no no no.
yeah,
Even if you do that, people won't
yeah.
won't believe you by
It's like,
this. So
oh,
that's what I'm
CGI.
saying.
Alex paid
Yeah.
paid
No, this
Disney to
movie
make
taken
a
like
video.
12 years ago or something. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, man. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts and words you want to say, Bosch?
Uh, yeah. Uh, Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, you know what? Thinking about it, this is a pretty dark episode. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Next week we'll try to make it lighter and happier. We'll think of something to make it more cheery. Happy New Year's. All right, Bosch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. This is Bosch here,
This is Alex.
and then maybe we'll see you again next time. Bye bye.
Maybe. Bye.